Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Accept your own beauty. You are beautiful no matter what your mind tells you. That is the fact. If you are aware of your own beauty and accept your own beauty, the opinions of others doesn't affect you at all. These 4 agreements are pretty cool, right? Wild. Market-wise, let's take a look at them out here, folks. We have the Dow Industrials up 23, NASDAQ up 11, S&P's up 4.5, gold contract up $8.60, trading at $1,357 an ounce. Silver up 8 cents at $19.73 an ounce. Copper up a penny and a half at $2.17 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.44, $48.22 a barrel. Bonds, 10-year note up 9 ticks, 132.12. 30-year bond up 13 ticks, 172 even. King dollar down 605 ticks at 94.08. The euro's trading at $1.13, and the yen is at 99.90. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You got the SPY doing 50 million shares. You're up 49 cents. You closed out at 218.86, and guess what? This is as close as you can get. So, Monday, August 15th, S&P makes a high. We get to $219.50. Does 49 million shares. Yesterday, we go downtown and we do 75 million. Today, what we do is we get a $218.90, and we get into the lows of the high, and you pull back a little. So subtly, this is saying that, okay, it's having a hard time getting up to that high again. You know, we'll see whether we go for it tomorrow. I suspect, Friday, light volume will probably go for it. This would be considered, though, basically a small failure. That's, but guess what? We've been in the same place since July 14th right now. We go to the NDX 100, the Qs. Same type of setup in the Qs. Now, the Qs and the NDX, the NDX 100 and the composite had anemic volume. The Qs went higher today with 9.6 million shares. It was going into the high, which was also established on August 15th. We got to $117.46. We closed at $117.29. The high itself that was established on Monday had 11.7 million shares. We only did 9.6. That's a failure on price, on volume. We came back. We were down yesterday with 15 million. We're going to get back to that in a second because actually we do them right now because it's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out. Because AMAT come out with numbers. AMAT closed at $27.68. That's trading up $29.25 right now. And it's not affecting the NASDAQ futures just yet. So there's something else that's in the NASDAQ futures that is not going south, but making up for one going up, someone else is selling something. So let's go over to the gold contract. What does gold do? Okay, so gold went up $8.80 today. 161,000 contracts. Now the difference is that gold has been trying to get up and over 1163, and it's been trying to do that since the downdraft that was created on here on August 5th. Hasn't been able to make it. We'll see what happens tomorrow, because the bottom line, what I expect you're going to see is that it will actually be tonight in Japan that we're going to get some big action, and this is why. When you go over and take a look at the dollar index was moving lower all day long. Commodities loved it, market loved it, all of the above. Even though the market wasn't up that much, the market still liked it. Now, the dollar, it was down with 21,000 ticks, 21,000 contracts. That's nothing, folks, because we're going into Brexit Day of June 24th, and we had 66,000. That being said, the low we haven't reached yet, and we've come so far into the bar, we're going to reach that low, and I expect it's going to be tonight. So if you're a currency trader, if you're a metals trader, guess what? 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, stay awake, because that's when you're going to have Hong Kong and Shanghai open up, and there's going to be action. Bottom line, I expect what you're going to see is that you're going to see the dollar run into this 93.73, and more than likely, you're going to see a rejection of price. And why am I saying that? Well, if we go over to the yen, what you're going to see with the yen, the Bank of Japan is going to take conniptions tonight. And the reason being is that when their markets are closed, the yen just ran under 100 again. That's just a psychological number. But the stronger the yen gets, the more the Nikkei is going to get whacked, and the more that they're going to have a hard time pushing goods out of Japan. That's how that whole thing shakes out. Our own bond market, what do we have with our bond market? If we take a look at the notes first, the notes and the bonds, and the 30-year bond, they both look that they're going to set up well, it looks like they have set up an ABC down. Now, we haven't seen an ABC down in the bond market in years. But what you have, we went up today. You went up with lighter volume, 848,000 contracts. You know, bottom line is that we came down on Tuesday with 1.4 million contracts. That's not an indication of a market that still wants to get up and over highs until, guess what, it tests some lower prices. The dollar index, the 30-year bond had 171,000 contracts today. That was going against the downdraft of 263,000. We're trading at 172, and the potential B point of an ABC structure on the way down is laying out here at 169.21. You know, so I do expect we're going to see that little baby get hit. Oil, the oil contract, folks. We're rolling over in oil now. Oil rolls over every month. Bottom line, in this rollover, oil got some juice underneath it. We're at $48.88. And the top of ice there is 49.53. You know, we'll see whether you can get up there. It certainly had juice behind the move out here today. You know, we did some real volume behind it. If we go take a look at the XLE, what you're also going to see is that the XLE broke topside. You did 24 million shares, and guess what? That's a break with volume. It was going into 18 million shares, and let me just look at this for a second, because more than likely this came in right at the end. Yeah, so right at the end of the day, another a million shares were traded. A lot more than that, but you had just two trades. One was 576,000, one was 500,000. Now, those trades there more than likely were sponsors of the XLE. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with some numbers for you. Dow Industrials closed up 23, NASDAQ up 11, S&P's up 4, gold up 850. And except for the dollar, folks, all green. We're going to be right back.